Hey everyone, Oscar here at truckersauthority.com. So today we are going to go over FMCSA's Clearinghouse step by step, what it is, who needs it, and how to how to register and stay compliant with FMCSA. All right, so let's get started. So what is FMCSA's Clearinghouse? It's basically an online system that tracks results of drug and alcohol tests. So it's an online database where if someone's taken a drug and alcohol test, it'll state what happened. So whether it was a negative or a positive, there's a database now where you can actually, the employers can see that online. Also, if when a driver completes the return off duty process and follow up testing programs for them, this information will also be online. Before, the way that it worked is you had to call up the old employer and get their information. And just by saying that, you can see how much delay that causes in this process. Not only that, you can hire somebody who has failed the test and you wouldn't know it. And sometimes just out of the sake of getting, the wheels on the road and, cash flow coming in, you hire that person, you have them take the drug and alcohol or the drug test, they pass, but they could have had something that just happened that you don't know about because you don't have access to their drug and alcohol test results. This program does just that. That's all it does. That's what the Clearinghouse is. It's just a database for the drug and alcohol results. Drug and alcohol test results. So they started in 2019. Everyone hated it, didn't want it. So it took all the way till January 6, 2020 to actually become a law where you actually have to be enrolled in it. So why does this program exist? It's meant to help with drug and alcohol safety, example that I just explained. It provides real-time access to violation. This is all drug and alcohol violations, okay? It's easier for employers to meet drug and alcohol requirements, and it's harder for drivers to conceal violations. So, who needs it? Drivers who hold a commercial driver's license, or rather, who uses it? Drivers who hold a commercial driver's license, employers of CDL drivers who operate commercial motor vehicles, and third-party drug and alcohol companies. And the third party is just, the drug and alcohol consortiums is after they do the drug and alcohol test, they go ahead and send this information into the clearinghouse. Okay, so if you're enrolled into a drug and alcohol program, they'll go ahead and send that information to the clearinghouse. Okay, so in short, that's FMCSA's Clearinghouse. It's just an online database that has the drug and alcohol test results. So let's go ahead and let's sign up with FMCSA's Clearinghouse and start the registration process. So let's head over to Google and search FMCSA Clearinghouse. And it's going to be right here. And we'll select it. This is the home page, and you have to register first, and then you're going to log in. So let's go ahead and register. So this is the registration page. Scroll down to create an account. It's going to ask you for your email address, language, and then rules of use. Basically says, don't commit any fraud and so forth. The rules of using this system. So no one's trying to do that. So check your email for confirmation. I'm going to do that now. Okay, so this is the email that I'm going to get, or that you're going to get. It says confirm your email address. So go ahead and hit confirm email address. And now it's going to ask you to go ahead and create a password. So let's go ahead and do that. It's 12 characters long, so just keep that in mind. It's a long password. So I've entered my password. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. And now it's going to set up an authentication method setup. So it wants to basically send you a text. This is the easiest way. There's other ways with fingerprinting and just other stuff. Honestly, if you have your cell phone, just hit text. Send me a code. That's pretty much it. So hit continue. This is a two-step authentication. So every time you log in, it is going to send a text to your phone, making sure that it's you when you're logging in. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my cell phone number. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and say send code. So I've entered my code. I'm going to hit submit. Okay, and the first authentication method is added on. So let's go ahead and hit. You can add more as backups, but your cell phone's just as good if you don't plan on getting rid of it. Hit skip for now. Okay, so now we have a login, and let's go ahead and you can add a second authentication here, but let's go ahead and agree and continue within the process. So you've already signed in with the following email. So I'm already logged in. So let's just go ahead and hit continue. Once you hit continue, it'll take you back out to the main site. All right, now you want to go here and hit login. Being the system still remembers me, I didn't have to enter my password. I just went ahead and logged in. So I'm logged in under my account. It's saying step 2, select your role. So who are you? I'm an employer. Now here, if you are the owner and a driver, a CDL driver, you're going to want to make sure that after you select employer, that scrolling down here, you're going to select register as an employer and a driver. Okay, so if you don't have a CDL, you're going to go here. If you have a CDL, this is where you're going to go, because you're going to register the company and then you're going to register yourself. And the difference with the company yourself is basically the driver's license information. All right, so let's go ahead and so for myself, I'm just doing as an employer, and I'm going to get CDL drivers. Okay, let's hit register as an employer. But again, if you have your CDL, you're the owner, this is where you want to go. Okay, so register as an employer. Then it says, do you have an FMCSA portal account? So yes, you actually created one when you have your deal, if you did your DOT and MC number at the same time. So I'm gonna select yes, hit next. It's gonna ask us for our login for it. So I've entered my portal information when I created my DOT. I'm gonna hit sign in. Oh, missed that one. 1 second. Okay, so if just a heads up, if you forgot your password for your portal, hit it right here. If you forgot your user ID, you can go ahead and select there as well. Okay, so you're gonna put the email address that you ended up opening the portal with, and if you forgot your user ID, it'll email you the user ID. Okay, so you put your email there, and it'll email you your user ID. If you forgot your password, hit forgot password, put your user ID there, hit submit user ID. It'll send you an email so you can reset the password. Okay, if you do not you never registered, or you're not sure what it is, you're gonna have to reset it, and you're gonna have to go back into this website here, portal.fmcsa.dot.gov, hit enter, and what you're gonna do is you can hit unlock your account. So this is if you're locked out. If not, to register for a portal account, if you've never done it, you're gonna click here, and you're just gonna follow the steps, okay? But if not, again, if you did your DOT and FMCSA, at the application, at the end of it, it asks you to create a portal account. This is the information they're looking for here. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter that now. So this is my portal login. I'm gonna go ahead and hit sign in. Okay, you're gonna get this memo pop up on you, okay? And it says, even though I enter the right credentials, it says your portal account has not been granted access to the Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse. You must request the proper clearinghouse portal user role before you can proceed. Download and basically click here to the guide that'll tell you what you need to do. And this is again inside your FMCSA portal. Okay, inside the web portal. This isn't the DOT, how to update the DOT. No, this is inside the web portal. So I'm gonna go ahead and log in there now, but this is the steps. Basically, you log in, you're gonna hit on once you're logged in, this is step 1 right here. You're gonna log into this site, which is right here. And again, you can select here and it'll open this guide up for you. So number 1 is login. Number 2 is go to my account management and then my profile right here. And then number 3 is you're gonna select the DOT, which I'm gonna do this right now so you guys will see. And then you're gonna select the type of person that you are. So motor carrier or motor carrier assistant. So this will be like the third party drug administrators. So let's go ahead and let me show you that. So we're gonna hit account management up. It starts like this. This is when you log in, this is how it looks. We're gonna go ahead and hit account management and go to my profile. We're gonna go to portal roles right here. You're gonna select the DOT. And then which one are you? The carrier admin or the motor carrier? And again, in a quick shot right here, The admin is the employer, and everything else is the third party drug and alcohol companies. So we're admin, so we're going to go ahead and add a rule. Reason for request: seeking access to clearinghouse. We're going to go ahead and hit update profile and submit, and cool, we're all done. So now I have this as an approved role. Now we can go back and log in. So let's go ahead and go back and log in. So now that we did all those steps, we're now in. Next is the contact information. Just wants to make sure, hey, is this correct? Yes or no? So yes, this is correct. If you want to update it, we can go ahead and add additional contact information. If not, we are good to go. So hit next. Now it's asking about the company. Is there any changes that you need to make on the company? This next part is just confirming, are you an owner operator? So basically, if you're the owner, you also have to, if you're the owner and you're driving, you got to go ahead and select, yes, I am an owner operator. If not, you don't have a CDL, is no, I am not an owner operator. And in short, the owner operator is, this means that as an employer, you employ yourself as a CDL driver. So in this case, like I said, I'm not adding myself as a CDL driver. I'm going to be hiring CDL drivers. I'm just setting up the company on this one. So no, I am not an owner operator. Hit next. And if so, just hit yes, I am. And again, it's going to ask you the same questions in regards to your license information. Okay. So now it's asking you, who is your third party consortium program provider? Okay, so there's lots out there, and basically you just want to input who the company you're working with right here, okay? And just so you know, that a consortium company has to be registered with FMCSA in order for them to pop up here. And so once I selected my third-party consortium company, now it's asking, is this them? Make sure it's them. So I'm going to allow them to report violations. I'm going to allow them to report the return to duty information, and then conduct any queries. And so, yes, if you want to allow them to do that, we want to allow them. Let's go ahead and hit next. And this is the ending, which is basically the rules of how you should be using the system. And basically here it's saying don't falsifying any information. This is a federal site. It does have a two-step authentication process, and it does expire, and you do have to reset it. You agree you are abiding by the drug and alcohol programs, doing the pre-employment drug test, the random drug test, and anything in between, and that you are agreeing to that. So yes, you're saying, yes, I am going to be doing my job as a transportation company, make sure I'm up to date on all this. So hit I agree. Okay, so this is your dashboard. And here you'll be able to see how many of your drivers, the pre-employment queries, if you have any random drug tests, any people that have violations, and the return to duty reporting. So you'll see all this right here. All right, and then anybody that you're gonna, just so you know, your driver's gonna sign up the same way, except asking company questions. They're really just gonna ask driver questions. But what you can do here for yourself is you have a couple of, if you go to here to my dashboard on the top, and let's say that you have someone new and you kind of want to check out their history, you can actually go ahead and order their the drug and alcohol test results by entering their information here and hitting next all the way till you're done, and it'll actually pull that information and show you the results, their history results so far of what FMCSA has. However, before you do that, you do have to purchase a plan. So right here, you're going to go purchase a query plan. And basically, for every time you run one, it's $1.25. So every time you're going to hire someone, just know you're going to pay that to pull it up. And that's okay. You want to. It's like a second motor vehicle report that you're running. All right. It's telling you which one do you, how many do you want? So you can pay all at once. Continue, and you can go ahead and check out. And then you can go ahead and start running queries on drivers. And by what I mean by that is their drug and alcohol test results. So you go here, enter the information, at the end you'll get it. And that's it, you guys. That is the FMCSA Clearinghouse. Again, your driver is going to have basically the same steps, but it's asking driver information. your drug and alcohol consortium company will request access to this, and so that they can enter the information in here in regards to your drivers. One last thing I wanted to show you guys, if you have more questions, go here in Learning Center and also Clearinghouse Most Asked Questions. And here you can find a ton of questions and answers that you can go over. A lot. Again, you guys, thank you. If you like what you see, subscribe. Any questions, comment down below. All the links will be in the description. And I'll see you guys on the next one.